When the power grid fails, your neighbor borrowing your flashlight could be the difference between your family's survival and disaster. What seems like kindness today could cost you everything tomorrow. In the next 12 minutes, I'll reveal 10 everyday items sitting in your home right now that become absolute survival gold when the lights go out, and why lending them out during a crisis could be the biggest mistake of your life. Welcome back to Prep Pantry, where we turn everyday preparedness into your survival advantage. If you're ready to discover which common household items could save your life in a blackout, hit that like button and subscribe for more life-saving preparedness content. Picture this: the power goes out, and within minutes your world transforms. The familiar comfort of flipping a switch disappears. Your neighbors emerge from their homes, confused and unprepared, and suddenly the most ordinary items in your house become the difference between safety and chaos. The first thing everyone scrambles for during a blackout is light. But here's what most people don't realize: darkness isn't just an inconvenience, it's a genuine threat. Without reliable illumination, simple tasks become hazardous. Cooking becomes dangerous. Moving around your home risks injury. Even basic repairs turn deadly. This is where a solar-powered lantern becomes your lifeline. Unlike candles that burn out or flashlights that drain batteries, solar lanterns recharge with daylight and provide consistent light night after night. This reliability is absolutely crucial for maintaining safety and functionality in your living space. But light does something else that's often overlooked. It calms the mind. In pitch-black conditions, fear and panic escalate quickly, especially among children. A steady glow helps maintain morale and prevents the poor decisions that come from stress and desperation. Here's something most people never consider. After a collapse, reliable light sources become actual currency. A solar lantern can be traded for food, medicine, or tools. Lending one out isn't just losing a light, you're losing leverage in the survival economy that emerges when normal commerce breaks down. The harsh reality: protect your lanterns as fiercely as your food supply. In the dark, light isn't optional, it's life itself. Now, let's talk about something sitting in your kitchen right now that becomes invaluable the moment the power dies. Most people completely overlook cookware until the electricity goes out. Those non-stick pans become useless decorations, but a heavy-duty cast iron skillet, that becomes indispensable. A cast iron skillet works over campfires, wood stoves, solar ovens, or even directly on hot coals. Its ability to retain heat means you use less fuel, a critical advantage when resources become scarce. And here's the thing about cast iron: a well-maintained skillet can last generations. In a post-collapse world, replacement isn't an option. But here's where it gets interesting. Beyond cooking, a cast iron skillet serves as protection. It's a formidable blunt weapon if the situation demands it. You're not just feeding your family, you're defending them too. In a survival economy, a cast iron skillet is worth its weight in food, medicine, or fuel, but trade it only if you're ready to lose it forever. Lending it out is a risk you simply can't afford. Desperate people cling to whatever helps them eat. Your skillet isn't just cookware, it's survival insurance. Once the lights go out, its true value becomes crystal clear. Fire is the foundation of survival, but not all fire-making tools are created equal. Regular matches fail in wind and rain exactly when you need them most. All-weather storm matches are engineered specifically for survival situations. They burn hotter, longer, and stronger, even after being submerged in water. Fire isn't just about warmth or cooking. It's essential for boiling water to make it safe, drying wet clothes that could lead to hypothermia, and even deterring both animal and human predators. Storm matches guarantee fire when you need it most, under any conditions. These matches are also quiet and disposable, leaving little trace of your presence. In a collapse economy, they become actual currency, traded for food, batteries, or medicine. They're compact, lightweight, and incredibly valuable. But here's the brutal truth about lending fire-making materials: nobody returns them. Fire is consumable, and once someone uses your matches, they're gone forever. In desperate times, people keep what keeps them alive. Stock storm matches, keep them dry, hide them well, and never lend them out. Fire is survival, and storm matches are your guarantee of flame when everything else fails. Water is non-negotiable for survival. When taps run dry and panic sets in, most people are left helpless.
But a manual water pump gives you reliable access to water without electricity, batteries, or any electronics. Just muscle power and mechanical reliability. A working pump means water for drinking, cooking, cleaning, and even small-scale gardening. It elevates you from merely scraping by to actually sustaining yourself and your family. You're not just surviving, you're maintaining a quality of life that others can't. But here's the critical point. In a blackout, water equals power. Lending your pump is essentially handing over control of survival itself. Desperation changes people in ways you wouldn't expect. Once borrowed, equipment like this may never return, especially when someone's family depends on it. Manual pumps require minimal maintenance and can last decades with proper care. They're also portable, allowing you to relocate and maintain water access if you need to move to a safer location. Your manual pump is your lifeline to the most essential resource on Earth. Guard it with your life because in a crisis, it might just save your life. Time becomes critical when digital devices die and chaos reigns. A wind-up alarm clock doesn't rely on batteries or electricity. Just a simple twist keeps it ticking reliably. This isn't about convenience anymore, it's about survival precision. Timekeeping becomes essential for boiling water safely, taking critical medications on schedule, coordinating meetups with other survivors, or rotating guard duty to protect your family. In a collapse scenario, sleep becomes dangerous. An alarm ensures you wake up on schedule to maintain security. Mechanical clocks are EMP-proof, weatherproof, and require virtually no maintenance. In a blackout, accurate timekeeping becomes rare and incredibly valuable, making you indispensable to others in your community. The danger of lending your clock is real. Once someone relies on your timepiece, you'll likely never get it back. In chaos, those who control time have a significant advantage over those who don't. In a collapse, time literally becomes survival. Keep your wind-up clock close, keep it wound, and never let it out of your sight. Extension cords are completely overlooked until the grid fails and power becomes precious. Post-collapse, electricity comes from generators, car batteries, or solar panels, rarely exactly where you need it. A heavy-duty extension cord lets you keep noisy, dangerous equipment away from your living space while powering essential devices safely. Cords allow you to maximize limited power windows by charging multiple devices in sequence. They also enable discrete power routing, keeping your electrical setup hidden from prying eyes who might want to take what you have. Even damaged extension cords hold value. They can be stripped for copper wire or repurposed for emergency repairs. In a barter economy, they're surprisingly valuable trade items. Without extension cords, every precious watt of energy becomes harder to use and easier to lose. Keep them dry, properly coiled, and never lend them out. Extension cords literally connect you to survival power. A multi-tool knife combines essential tools: knife, pliers, screwdrivers, can opener, file, and saw into one compact device that fits in your pocket. It solves problems quickly and safely, from opening canned food to repairing critical gear. In a crisis, mobility can mean the difference between life and death. A multi-tool replaces an entire bulky toolbox, giving you problem-solving capability wherever you go. When you're the person who can fix things, open containers, and handle repairs, you become invaluable to any group. But multi-tools are too useful to ever return once borrowed. People recognize their value immediately and find reasons to keep them. Quality multi-tools last decades and are highly valuable in trade, but only barter one if you're ready to part with it permanently. In a collapse, the person with a multi-tool solves problems while others struggle. Never lend it out, because problems don't wait for convenient timing. When the grid fails, tap water becomes risky or disappears entirely. A portable water filter provides safe drinking water instantly, removing dangerous parasites and bacteria from almost any source: lakes, streams, even questionable municipal supplies. Water filters save precious time and fuel compared to boiling, keeping you mobile and efficient. They also operate silently, unlike boiling water, which creates smoke and smells that can attract unwanted attention to your location. In a blackout, clean water becomes as valuable as gold itself. People will trade almost anything for the security of safe drinking water, especially when children are involved. The danger of lending your filter is enormous. Once someone's family gets sick from dirty water, they'll never willingly return the tool that prevents that illness. Clean water is life, and nobody gives up life willingly.
A water filter turns dangerous water sources into lifelines. Protect it like you would protect your family, because that's exactly what you're doing. A hand crank radio becomes your crucial link to the outside world when the grid goes down. It powers itself through simple hand cranking, providing access to emergency broadcasts, weather alerts, and vital community updates when information becomes scarce. Information is genuine power in a crisis. Knowing what's happening allows you to prepare for incoming threats, avoid dangerous areas, and make informed decisions about when to stay put or when to move. Crank radios don't need batteries or electrical grids and can function reliably for years with minimal maintenance. In a blackout, they become rare and incredibly valuable. Everyone wants to know what's happening, but few have the means to find out. The reality of lending your radio is harsh. Once someone relies on your information source, you'll never get it back. Information represents control, and desperate people don't give up control willingly. In survival situations, the informed are the prepared, and the prepared are the ones who live. Keep your crank radio close and never let others become dependent on it. Here's the harsh truth that most people refuse to acknowledge. When the lights go out, survival isn't about expensive gear or fancy gadgets. It's about simple, everyday items that suddenly become priceless. And once they're gone, you can't just drive to the store and replace them. Lending out your survival essentials during a crisis doesn't make you generous. It makes you vulnerable. It puts your family at risk for the sake of others who should have prepared themselves. In a true crisis, human nature changes. Desperation overrides politeness. Survival instincts override social norms. The person who borrows your water filter when their child is sick will find every excuse to keep it. The neighbor who needs your radio to check on elderly parents will suddenly develop 1,000 reasons why they need it more than you do. This isn't cynicism, it's realism based on how humans behave when everything familiar disappears. Those who hold on to their tools stay in control of their situation. Those who give them away end up at the mercy of others, hoping for kindness in situations where kindness becomes a luxury few can afford. If you want to be ready when the grid goes down, you must guard these items as if your family's life depends on them, because someday it absolutely might. Blackouts reveal the true value of everyday items that we normally take for granted. Solar lanterns, cast iron skillets, manual water pumps, insulated flasks, storm matches, wind-up clocks, extension cords, multi-tools, water filters, and crank radios become the backbone of survival when the world goes dark. Preparedness isn't paranoia, it's protection. By understanding the critical importance of these common items and keeping them secure, you ensure that when disaster strikes, you and your loved ones have the resources to stay safe, healthy, and in control of your situation. Don't wait until it's too late. Take stock of your survival essentials right now, secure them properly, and be ready to face any darkness with confidence. Your family's survival may depend on the decisions you make today. If this video opened your eyes to the hidden value in your everyday items, smash that like button and subscribe to Prep Pantry for more life-saving preparedness content. What other common household items do you think become survival gold during emergencies? Let me know in the comments below, and I'll see you in the next video where we'll explore even more ways to turn your home into a survival fortress.